Alright, no, you're on top of me, right? Here, this is what mount looks like, right? And we looked at the principles of escaping from the bottom. Generally, when you're on the bottom, what you're gonna look for is space, right? Because you need space to rotate. Any kind of motion of me getting up will start with me getting to my side, right? Because if I'm here and I just try and sit straight up, what's Pepin gonna do if his job is to try and keep me on the ground? Right? I'm gonna do a big sit up, right? And then what's he gonna do? Just pushes me the fuck back down. Right? So from here, right, I need to get to my side first. Right? From here I can start to bring my legs back in front. And now, on my side, as I go up and Pepin tries to push me back down, I have a strong structure going through from my hand, through my shoulders to the floor. Right? Okay? So, that's a quick recap for last lesson. Same principles are going to apply from the side control. Okay, lie down, baby. Okay, so this is side control refers to basically a family of positions where I am past my partner's legs, right? But I'm not in mount yet. So both of my legs are on one side, but I'm across my partner's body here like this. Okay? As the top player, how I keep the bottom player down is that again, same thing with mount, I stop him from rotating. Okay? Pepin's job is that he wants to rotate so that from here he can create space. Right? He can create space here like this. From here, it's more difficult for me to try and keep him down, right? Even from here, let's say, go back all the way down. It's less comfortable for him to be here, right? So Pepin, just sing A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Okay, turn to your side. Sing A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Am I squeezing you hard here?
Yes.
It's still not as bad as just now, right? Okay, right? So, right? I want to keep Pepin down like this, and I want to make him uncomfortable. It's easier for me to make him uncomfortable here because I can apply more pressure into his chest like this. Pepin wants the opposite. He wants to not have me apply pressure into his chest. He wants to stop me from getting all the way to mount. So his job is that he wants to rotate. To rotate, he needs space, right? And to get space, he will need frames, right? Same thing with mount, right? Okay, so this is our first game, right? I'm going to be very nice to the bottom player for the first game, okay? Bottom, we will call this the pill bug game, right? Because you're going to be rolled up like a pill bug here, okay? Bottom player is going to have their knees and elbows connected here, like this. Top player is going to be resting on the shelf here. So top player come, right? Top player is resting on the shelf here, like this. Okay. The top player will win if he's able to separate my my elbows and my knees and get to a good chest to chest connection. So look to do that. Separate, separate. Chest to chest. He holds this for 3 seconds, he wins. Okay? He will also win if he gets a chest to back connection. So from here, let's say I'm here, right? If I turn this way, if he gets a good solid chest to back connection here, for 3 seconds again, he will also win. Okay? This one, you missed the first 2 classes, so you might be a little bit less familiar generally, right? If we can get to someone's back, we want to get to someone's back because that is the best attacking position that we can have, right? We have very good defense against threats from the front. We have very bad defense against threats from the back. So if I can stick my chest to someone's back, I will do it. Okay? All right? Bottom player, your continuous goal, right, is obviously to keep your frames in front, right, and connected to the body of the top player, okay? But you can win if you are able to sweep your opponent. So going from bottom to top, or if you get your guard back, right? Guard meaning you are able to get both of your feet back between you and the top player, and one foot is on either side of the center line. See, right? Center line comes down here, right? I have one foot on either side. I've gotten my guard back, right? It can be like this, it can be like this, right? It can be like this, anything like that, okay? If this happens, right? Bottom player has won, then we're gonna reset, okay? We reset we switch positions every time there's a winner, okay? All right, let's partner up. All right, anyone else? What do you think? Easier to be top or bottom player?
Bottom is easier.
Bottom's easier, right? Okay.
We have both legs.
Yes, okay. Elaine, what did you think? Both? Okay. Okay, what about for you, Pepe? Both of them hard. Okay, okay. Okay, yeah, alright. Yeah, I would say if I play this game as well, I would think that bottom is easier because we already have the frames inside. Okay? Now, I was nice to the bottom player, now I'm gonna be mean to the bottom player. Okay, before we get to that, right? What worked as the bottom player? Maintaining the frame. Very good. Okay, all right. And then were you able, when after you maintain the frame, how do you go from maintaining the frame to getting the guard back?
I tried to maneuver my leg outside.
Say again?
I tried to maneuver my leg to like hold.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, how are you?
For me, on top, it was easier to roll and go to the back.
Okay. All right. Good. Next game we're gonna play, we're gonna be meaner to the bottom player now. Okay. Let's see. Ragu, lie down. Okay. Now, okay. The top player will have inside position at both of these, at the armpit. Okay. This is what it means, right? Here, see, my hip has inside position here. My arm has inside position here. Okay. It doesn't have to be like this. If you want to, you can look at double underhooks, right? I leave it up to you. It's your choice to experiment with how to do this. Okay? Alright? Your job is to just stay on top. Okay? Stay on top the whole time. No mount. No mount. Only side control. So if you go from here, right, you can switch around to the other side as long as you are keeping them down here. Okay? The top player's job is just to keep the bottom player inside control. Bottom player will win if they can get a knee-elbow connection on the inside. So from here, if they are able to connect their knee and elbow here, like this, yes. Okay, we call this the inside because, it's closer to my body than this side. This side we'll call the outside. So inside hand, outside leg, inside hand, inside leg, outside hand, outside leg. Okay, right? So if they get a knee-elbow connection on the inside leg, on the inside, so go knee-elbow connection on the inside, they'll win. Okay, they can also win if they sweep or if they get a full guard back. Okay, any questions? No? Okay, this one, stick with your same roles for the whole round, then I'll switch you all. Okay, all right, let's go.
I like the mount when they're the legs, and you can use it with the ground. It's a bit harder to maintain position at the top player.
As the top player is harder to maintain position here than at the mount.
Correct.
Okay, yes, this is true. This is why we think that, this is why mount in the hierarchy of pins, generally people will prefer mount over side control. Okay, all right, let me see. For the bottom player, was this easier or was the previous one easier? Previous one, right? Of course lah. I really don't think anyone will think differently, right? Why do we think that was?
No hands before. Like no frames before.
Right, and no frames means what? close, right? Harder to rotate, right? Okay, so, right, we're always looking to get that rotation, right? Okay, what problems did we encounter trying to get our frames back in? Right, quick.
With the head in the chest, so like when chest to chest.
Okay, good, right? So, the problem that we're now trying to solve, right, is how to create a little bit of space so we can get our frames in, correct? Right? So let's look at some ways that we can do that, right? Similar to the mount, right, what we can do is that we can use our hips, right, to create space and then use isometric frames to maintain that space as we drop our hips back, okay? Right, so from here, let's see. Let's look at the mount first, right? Remember, so from here, right? If I was here, right? Let's say I had this, right? It's difficult for me to bench press off here, correct? So what I do is that I bring my hips, I bring my feet close to my butt. I up first, right? And now isometrically hold it here while I drop my hips back down, right? Then from here, easier for me to get my knee in front, I get my guard back, right? Okay. Similarly from here, let's say someone has this here, right? What I want to do from here probably is I'm going to do the same bridge again. Okay, so from here I bridge up, and you see how I basically uppercut him in the side of the head with my bicep, right? So from here, okay, here, you see? And now as I drop my hip back, my knee is going to follow along the line of his hip and come in. What do I have? Frame, right? Excellent, right? So, see, I have a frame at the hip, but how is it going to help me with the chest to chest? Right? From here, as he tries to come back forward, I'm going to press him away with the frame here. So now, you see how his chest is lower on me, right? It's easier for me now to press this in front. Right now I can push away a little bit here, and when I push away with this, what happens here on the other side? Space, secondary frame. Now I have 3 frames, right? I feel like I'm in a good spot. Okay, I can come around, I can start to even attack from here as well. See? Okay? So, thinking about using movement and counter movement, right, to create space for yourself, right? Even, what do you call that? Let's looking at the, instead of double underhook and hip connection. Okay, so come. So this one crossface. This, see, underhook here and hip connection, hip connected to my armpit on this side. So your hips all the way up here. See, right? Even higher. Yes, good. Okay, so let's turn around this way. Actually, turn a little bit. See, so if Daryl's knee is all the way back, put it all the way back, nothing really stopping me from driving in and getting my frame here, right? Right, so that's why he needs his hip connected to my armpit as much as possible here. See, now it's difficult, right? Again, no, I'm going to start using the big bridge first. Big bridge, space develops. Isometric, here, right? One frame gives space for another frame. These 2 frames give me space for a 3rd frame. I replace these frames, come back around. I can now have my big powerful legs in front of him, right? In jiu-jitsu, right, I can use my legs to break his posture, right? Stop him from standing up. And when I break his posture, I can start to go for submissions. In other contexts, MMA, self-defense, I have up kicks available to me as well, right? That's why it's so important for us to get our legs back in front. Okay, we're gonna play this game again, right? This time I won't be so mean to the what do you call that? To the bottom player, right? Top player will have crossface underhook. Bottom player will have 1 frame in the hip, has 1 elbow frame, right? So I'll show you what it looks like. Here, crossface underhook. Let's turn this way, sorry. Okay, crossface underhook. I have this one. Okay, the top player's job, right? Continuous. will be to try and gain and maintain inside position at the armpit. Okay? Bottom player, you will win if you are able to get the knee elbow connection, if you are able to sweep, or if you are able to fully regard. Okay? Any questions? Alright, let's go again. Let's do your encounter from top or bottom.
I think from top, you don't manage your center of mass, you can easily set.
Very good observation, right? Definitely happens sometimes, right? Anyone else had that problem where you got like rolled over? Okay, come, we'll address it, right? So from here, let's see, you be the bottom. Okay, right? Let's see. Which one will be easier to roll, do you think? Across or like this? Like this, exactly, right? Very good, right? So this is probably what's happening with a lot of people, especially if you go for a double underhook. Your hip may be very close to the bottom player's hips here, right? If we are here, right, it's easy for my partner to load, right, my weight onto him here, and now he can the other way, roll me the other way, right? Yeah, see, right? Very easy to do this. Okay, solution, right? I distribute my weight a little bit better instead of having it where it's easy for him to sweep me. I bring it out a little bit more, right? Now all my weight it's like trying to do a fly instead of a bench press, right? If I have all my weight a little bit further back here, right? Now it's less easy for him to bridge me over this way, especially if I have a post out here. You see? Okay. Nice observation. Anyone else? Problems.
I have a question about that. Because if you are across, then there's the space for him to bring his knee like to your belly. Then would that be worse?
Also a great question, right? You're gonna have to balance your priorities essentially, right? So from here, right? Maybe right here, right? If I'm all the way out here, right? Of course it's easy for him to bring this inside here, right? So I cannot say, oh, theoretically this will work, therefore I will just put all my weight back here, right? I need a little bit on top of him here still as well, right? And I need this, right? One good way to get rid of this, right, is you see how I stick my hip still, right? I still stick my hip a little bit closer here, right? But it's not next to his hip. It's still a little bit further away here, right? That's how I'm going to or make it harder for him to bring in a frame, right? Okay. Any other questions? Elaine, what do you think? What are you thinking? What's difficult? What's working and what's not working? Tell me something that you did well. You were able. Oh. Okay, good. All right. Good. Okay, tell me something that didn't go so well.
When I was down there, I find it very difficult for me to actually like guard myself or flip him over.
To flip him.
I didn't manage. It was hard.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Natural, right? It is, right? If it were easier to flip people, I would teach you all that first, right? It's generally going to be easier to get your frames inside and then regard from there, right? Flipping people, if you can force them to have a bad weight distribution, right, then it's good, right? But generally, it's going to be more difficult to force them to do that. But you should still look out for it, okay? Now, we are going to move on to another thing, right? Right now, it has just been the top player looking for inside position at the elbows, right? But if it's good for the top player, why shouldn't it be good for the bottom player as well? Okay? Remember what we were talking about in the first lesson? The arms being the biggest obstacles to the back. If I have inside position at the elbow, one of the biggest obstacle to the back is out of the way already, right? Okay, so from here, right? Next, this next game, let's see, here. Okay, right? I'm gonna start arms in prayer position here, right? Or just like, you know, elbows tied to my ribs. Okay, top player will start with 2 wrist grips here. Okay, we are both battling for inside elbow position. Okay, inside armpit position. Top player will win if he gets both inside armpit here, right? He can go to mount. Mount is alone is not enough to win. He will need to get either double underhooks or one underhook and a hip, something inside here, right, where he's able to stop my elbow from touching my chest. Okay, bottom player will win if you are able to get, right, to an underhook and a power prop on this elbow. Okay, doesn't matter which side, right, or not underhook, as long as you have inside position here. So it can be here, right, can be here as well. Do I have inside position here? Is my elbow propped up? I will win here as well. Okay, any questions about how people will win? Okay, all right, let's go.
So
Problems, questions, concerns.
Like if you take too long to get your body down and he gets his legs inside, then it makes it like much harder.
Yeah, absolutely, yes, right? So this will happen when you are, oftentimes when you have just passed, right? Like once you pass his legs, right, you still need to establish chest to chest, right, from certain passes. So, right, this is something to be aware of, right? It's a good observation, right? So when we cover passing, right, I want you all be thinking about this as well, right? From the bottom as well as the top. From a bottom player, you think, don't be like, oh, he passed me already, I'm just gonna accept it, right? As soon as he passed, right, I'm looking for frames already, okay? And then from the top player, right, once you pass, right, you should be thinking how to stop him from reinserting his frames, okay? Okay, what else, what else? Raghu, what do you think? Okay, never mind. I'll come back to you. Elaine, what do you think?
It's hard for me to maintain like blocking on the top for a very long time. So I still keep thinking like
From the top or the bottom?
from the top.
From the top. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. Right. If you just stay there, right, and try and just hold them there as strength, right, they will find ways to wiggle, right? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle until they are able to get a little bit more space. Then they take space incrementally, right? So you cannot just stay there and think that your position is secure, right? As they move, you will have to also try and, if they develop a bit of space, you have to think of ways to take the space back, right? Okay. Okay. Who here was able to get to from the bottom position, able to get to an inside position at the armpit and to a power prop? Nice. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. You as well, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Were you able to do it, Adi? To get to an inside position at the armpit from the bottom.
For a while. Just for a while.
Just for a while. Huh? Okay. Okay. All right. That is right. Something that we are also going to cover in the next class, which will be half guard. Right? Half guard and side control are quite closely related. Okay, a lot of similar escapes, and this underhook from the bottom is going to be a great tool, right, from the half guard. Okay, so I will see you all. We are going to do that next Monday. No public holiday, right? Yeah, no. Okay.
Be a recap. So I won't be able to make it for any more Monday, Wednesday classes.
Ah, yes. Yes, I will post a recap. Right, I will post a recap. What do you call that? Yes. So have a look at it, and then, you know, if you can make the noon class or a different class, right, you can always maybe like ask me about it. Okay, when I'm here. Okay.
Is there a breathing pattern when to conserve energy?
Breathing pattern.
Hold your breath, or
You never want to hold your breath when you're doing this. You always want to be breathing, right? Something that will help is getting to your side. because remember what happened with Pepin just now, right? When he was flat on his back, and I compressed his chest, his ABCs were like ABC. On the side, I was squeezing pretty freaking hard. Breathing was still unaffected, right? So getting to your side is a great way to help your breath stay stable. Okay. Okay. Anyone else? No. All right. Happy Friday, and I will see you all next week.